It's the last call for the remaining 4 teams here in the wildcard stage. We've already witnessed our first round 5 battle with Elevate and Team Secret. And now, Jorby, it's time to uncover who gets their punch, their final ticket, their last opportunity, their last chance to get at the main event. It's Twisted Minds up against Power.
The OCE's last hope in Power. The only one left, Twisted Minds. They're battered and bruised. They started out so solid, 2-0 in Wildcard. It looked like they might have gone 3-0, even the whole way up until Game 4 against Falcons. Then they get reverse swept. Then they get swept by Crew. This team is going through the gauntlet. Power, they're used to it as well. Only one team can come out of this alive, though. SFW already starting it off real quick. Twisted Minds, the name of the game is speed, but can they execute?
There's going to be some space on the field. Power have been relatively passive from a lot of the games that I've watched. They can come out on little bursts to hold on, strong on offense, but for the most part, I am concerned about that extra space given to them. And for Twisted Minds, Jorby, that reverse sweep against Falcons, that is truly what altered the course for their Swiss stage. As soon as that series ended, we were thinking about the mentality of Twisted Minds. Is it in the gutter, and will they recover in this series? Their last chance.
Power, they've had some tight games. They had a close one against Crew, lost in 7. In that Game 7, it almost looked like they might come back and take it, but it was just too much. Can they get it done? This Power team has shown flashes where you know that they can be great, but what has really killed them? For me, all week, it's been the shooting. The final,
yes.
the most important part of Rocket League.
The accuracy, where has it been for Power? But it's better late than never to show up and prove yourself. And now, Power representing OCE, the last team from that region, still standing. And they've only beaten SSA teams. This is their chance to take down Mina and knock Twisted Minds out of the tournament. But so far in game number 1, we've seen good bits, I'd say, from both teams. Each side getting an equal amount of possession. However, Power right now forced to deal with a little bit of Twisted Minds.
SMW trying to force Torsos to give up the ball, and he ends up getting the 50. Venom kicks that ball back out. SMW shot. Push back out to the side wall. One thing that Twisted Minds really struggled to get going against Crew was consistent pressure. See if they can get that done against Power. Power take care of business, get the clear.
I like the demo from Venom. Should lead to an easier carry out of Senzo. But what a 50-50 there from Torsos. Great defensive stance out of Power, even after getting bullied out of the way. These guys have found opportunities on the other side, regardless of the pressure.
Oh, Torsos gets bumped out of the way, and Amphis just gets back in time. Power needed a little bit more there. Fever able to get the push downfield. Torsos with the bump or the demo, but Power don't get anything out of it. They got to retreat, a bit broken.
Booming clear still on the orange side. This one not received well by Torsos, and they want to connect a little bit more, find those redirects downfield. The only opportunities I've seen from them have been those counterattacks, but even then on the other side, Twisted Minds can't get a clear shot on target. Building that extra layer, that extra step to find the execution, neither side has found it yet.
I want here for Fever. Twisted Minds doing a good job getting to these balls before they start turning into shots. Amphis gets another look at it. What can Fever do with this one? He does push it past one.
The speed.
Maybe, another one for Torsos, pushes it back, and another bump onto Amphis. Fever last back. Venom trying to cover that one up cleanly. Senzo, does he get away from Torsos? No, Torsos just takes the ball away from him. A couple of possession steals from both teams.
Yeah, and I'm really surprised right now at the Power recovery. There's been a lot of demos from Twisted Minds from that third man run rotating back, and Senzo, we have mentioned his name quite a few times. Double commit for Twisted Minds could set up an opportunity if Fever wins the 50-50, but SMW, good stuff in the face.
Amphis ball got away from him. Might be a chance here for Twisted Minds to start twisting things towards the box. Amphis has to stay on the ball.
Off the backboard, nobody's there.
Good piece of it. Fever shoots it back over to Amphis. Venom flip it back quickly.
He
misses the ball, and then misses the shot. And if anything was going to encapsulate Power's entire wildcard run, it was that right there. You were given the whiff, and then you miss the shot.
You could have punished, you could have got the first goal. Now they've got to look in the mirrors and understand that you just whiffed again, Jorby. This is going to be difficult. 10 seconds remaining. Put the pass behind you. Keep moving forward. Power under some pressure.
Push it up high at the end of regulation. Amphis tried to find a read. He doesn't get it. Game 1. It's about as tense as it gets, Turtle. Round 5. Best of 7. The first game goes overtime. What's going to happen here? Off the wall. SMW getting the catch. SMW. Nice follow-up again. He's going to set up Twisted Minds.
Boost. There's already so many implications, Jorby, from game number 1. Twisted Minds are on a 8-game loss streak. If they lose it here, of course, it'll go and move on to a 9-game loss streak, which is just so rough and difficult to deal with. Early shot on target, and it slips in. Senzo from his own half.
Catching Power out here. Is the Amphis pushing backwards, trying to get back, but he has no boost. Creeping up, we thought the 50 was going to happen in front, but Senzo just gets such a clean win on the 50, and there's nothing Amphis can do. He's hoping he can grab that midfield boost, and then Power can go on a push, but that 50 has to come through. It doesn't. The entire rotation falls apart because of it, and because Senzo wins that initial 50, catches Power out, and they get the first win. No losing streak anymore.
The curse is gone. The streak is over for Twisted Minds, finally able to change the course of battle. And for Power, of course, Jorby, we have to mention the open net miss, again plaguing this team. No accuracy. They had a chance to punish. It shouldn't have gone to OT. They got presented with an opportunity to win game 1, and they missed it.
And we didn't get a chance to see it on the replay, but I was curious because it was tight.
That was the
Amphis did see Venom.
Might have expected
like,
a touch.
For it. Well, yeah, you know, expect that clear maybe, but still that whip comes out. He's got to react quickly in that moment. It goes out across, but in a moment like this, when you're in the World Championship wild card, those might be the only chances that you get.
And it was the only chance for Power, the one opportunity, the one opening that they were patiently waiting for. And I thought Power played a good game 1. The defense was strong, even getting bullied out. A lot of times I'd see Twisted Minds rotate that third man out, and as he's coming back to the defensive side, he'd take out a player from Power, and even with all that pressure, they didn't let up until the OT. Let's see how their mental moves on into game number 2 as they're facing an opposition who has broken a curse.
I like the poise you saw from Twisted Mind. Power, they still had good presence in the midfield. They were able to move Twisted Minds' rotation. They still were able to work the ball through the corners, into the box. So not a death knell at all or any kind of bad look for Power. The demo going to, thought it was going to create a little bit of space. Power trying to delay that. Venom on the catch. Flip out once and a quick flip reset on the side allows Senzo to take control. SMW just going to go for the bumper instead, and Torsos just avoids it, not enough.
Still getting physical is Twisted Minds. Senzo, that was a back-to-back 50-50 win for him. Moments like that are going to set you apart from the competition. Here comes SMW through the midfield, quick to get onto the other side. Twisted Minds know how to maneuver through this ball, and they know how to get aggressive with that extended rotation.
Battle in the corner. Twisted Minds looking for a way into the box. Everyone starting to pull back. Getting away from SMW. Somehow gets back for a challenge. Senzo turning back around onto it, and Fever.
Does he get the boost? Oh, he does.
Venom gonna get that. Fever concerned with the ball. Twisted Minds not letting Power stay around in the blue half. Like that from SMW. Had the threat towards center. As soon as he saw that defender, went out to the right, keeps that ball trapped in the corner.
And it's not really spreading the field too much. This ball has stayed on the right side of the pitch. Doesn't look like either team wants to clear across. Just keeping it close within yourself. Here comes Torsos. Good, eager approach on that 50, but they can't build anything. You get 1, maybe 2 touches out of your own end, but immediately thrown back to the defensive side. Could this be their first bit of possession since the kickoff?
Like the idea from Fever. Being that headhunter for Amphis. Doesn't work out this time, and Venom stuffs him again. He's winning a lot of his battles on the challenge game, but it's stolen away again. Amphis on the handoff midair for Fever, the double in front. Torsos collects.
2 players in net, and it's still not enough to react to this beautiful double tap all the way across the net. I think everybody was actually there on the goal line out of Twisted Minds. That's how good the double was.
SMW sitting in an okay spot too, just has to react in front, and it's just the timing.
Oh, and off the kickoff, 1v1.
Little shake up.
Does he get the bump?
And he got it, but Venom just stuck on the goal line, and Torsos, he's raging through the net, but somehow Twisted Minds are stoic.
Bumper cars on the goal line of Twisted Minds. I'm not sure how Power didn't end up with at least a better shot. And you said stoic on the goal line, patiently waiting, even dodging the demo, but this is another opportunity, 1v1 situation. Power keep forcing these great chances for themselves.
Venom trying to keep that ball close. And there's Ampus, that second man spot, immediately recognizing Venom was getting over Torsos. You saw him change his positioning, move up quickly to get that quick attack. Now he can keep the ball in play beyond the midfield line. Fever having to rush across as he sees Senzo coming around. Power forced back to the corner.
This is the first time now Power have held the lead, and also the first goal. It's got to feel good redeeming themselves, but now the defense just completely comes up short, all tied up, and Twisted Minds are back in it.
Torsos trying to get back up to this one, but it's on Fever to come up with that initial 50. SMW gets it around him, and Torsos was delayed because he had got bumped earlier, so he was coming out from the back of the net. It was already delayed, and by that point, that was just enough for SMW to get over the top.
And that's just how powerful bumps are. Another one. Fever has to dive across, stretch to get the touch. And like I was saying, Jorby, it's so important, those little bumps, throwing the rotation off. It meant Torsos couldn't go on the backboard, and any delay like that can be so valuable for a roster.
Ampus trying to move this ball down the field. Torsos, more and more, just turning ball cam off, looking for a bump in the middle.
Just dropping down.
And those 50s are not easy to win right now against Venom. SMW keeping the ball close on the ceiling. Fever gets in the way.
Also seeing a lot of plays here from Senzo with the 50-50 game. I think the challenges have been more impactful on that side, on the blue half. And yet we're still all tied up. No pass connection from Venom. There was an outlet on the right side. He opted to go for a tester to the goal line, but maybe he will regret it because Power have found a transition. But as I say that, back into their own half, back and forth. Kickball game here, Jorby.
You did like the patience there from Fever. Get the good setup for Ampus, get him downfield. That's where Power, that's where they'll find their most effectiveness. They know that if they can get Ampus behind that ball, he can create those opportunities. Fever as well.
Oh, we got bumped.
Ampus bounce shot. Ooh, SMW gets the save right off the bar.
It looked like an opportunity after the demo, waiting for the follow-up. Oh. Good mechanical attempt from Ampus. Let that man do some work in the corner.
Torsos.
And this could also be a chance for Torsos. Power have several times now committed the whole squad, getting even Meki on the field, but it's not enough. Twisted Minds just that good on defense.
Ampus sitting downfield, waiting for something to come. Now Torsos has to wait. SMW heading forward.
Good 50.
Coming straight down. Fever's got the grab. Twisted Mind's gonna play it. Senzo levitating. Ampus on the ground. Another overtime.
Another OT. And this one so impactful on this kickoff. Immediately given to Power. He's also got a follow-up. Ampus, the star striker we were all talking about, had a chance, but couldn't come up with it.
Around the corner again, Torsos. Cut off by Venom. Twisted Minds deep in the rotation. SMW letting Fever carry that out, trying to steal it. Bumps Ampus out of the way.
So
no pot shot. Torsos got the grab and recovers nicely to kill that ball to the corner. SMW trying to fly back to get to that touch. No chance at it. Venom trying to prevent Torsos from coming across. Senzo tried to get the touch. Twisted Minds. A little bit of pressure building, and then Power end up running into each other. Fever's got to buy a little time.
They ran into each other, but it was quite fortunate as it bounced back directly into Fever, and he's got a chance to rotate through, get a demo, finds it, leads some space out for Ampus. It's a huge first touch, though, and he can't get the double. However, it is pinball off this backboard for Power, and a booming clear. Does the third man rotate in time? Torsos, the guardian angel for Power at this moment.
The rotations have been clean from Power, and Ampus now off the ceiling. He's got the reset. Ampus, nobody back. Torsos has to wait. The no-hold net was covered. Torsos couldn't go, and now Fever's got to turn back around and just punt it away. Back over to Ampus. Oh, he just missed it off the ceiling. Torsos kicking it away from the Twisted Minds rotation.
Free real estate on the backboard for Twisted Minds, but Nobody wants to take advantage of it. Not the best shot. Again, accuracy falling short. SMW, good follow-up. This is a chance for Twisted Minds to exchange a blow for blow.
Memphis back over to Fever. Fever on the pirouette, on the reset. SMW drops it down underneath Senzo, flies for the save.
Senzo was crashing back down on the net. Love to get another replay of that one. Beautiful work to keep them in this OT. No longer battling the clock, but battling mistakes. Which defense will fall?
Senzo again in the midfield. Setting up one for Venom, and whoa, pitches right underneath SMW. Happy that one went around his car. Now he's got a chance to control. Not a lot of boost though. Does force Torsos back. Amphis. Whoa, what a pinch out. SMW will get the boost, and Venom will come right back in. A nice rotation, good rhythm from Twisted Mind.
Fever has to go.
That challenge, Senzo pushes it back over to the side, and Power, they get the clears, they get back to midfield, but they can't get farther right now.
To the backboard, Amphis, small first touch. They want to contain this ball. Make sure you're not giving away free shots or free opportunities to Twisted Minds. Keep it within yourself. Torsos is up super early, but SMW is just that much better. A demo should relieve pressure, and this has got to be a clear for Power, as we will see a nice dribble out from the midfield to waste time.
This is a completely different Twisted Minds than the one that played Crew earlier today. Well, Power, kind of how they've looked for a little while now. They've got the rotation, they've got the ideas, but they just got to come away with the finisher. Amphis trying to fish it back to Fever, who has the boost. Fever gets kicked out of the way. Now Torsos has to hurry up, and he does force Senzo into a heavy touch. Amphis gets there. Power playing this well now in the midfield, but they're having trouble getting past the third.
Venom, huge clear. He wants to find SMW, but another better challenge, and the third man is nowhere to be found. Twisted Minds strike again.
Couple solid challenges. SMW puts it off the ceiling. Torsos was too far behind the rotation. He needed more time, and he got none of it. Twisted Minds take another.
That's a moment where we saw opportunities like that on the other side for Power, but the second man was not there for the follow-up. How many times do we see it go off the backboard, Jorby? Or maybe a positive 50-50 for Power, and there's no striker within a 50-mile radius, it seems, for Power.
10 shots for Power in that game, but a really stalwart Twisted Minds defense. Senzo getting so many quality stops on the attempted counterattacks. Power will call a timeout. And I mean, that play from Amphis to get it out to Torsos was a sick one, but then after that, it was just hard for them to get that offense going enough. That play right there again. Power have the right ideas, right? They even have a couple misdirects in their pocket, but then Fever putting that last man spot as they came back. SMW was so quick in the last 2 minutes of that overtime. He was up early for a lot of challenges. That made life difficult for Power.
There was even a moment where I saw Torsos jump earlier than SMW, it felt like, but SMW still beat him to the ball. It's small moments like that where you're allowing your teammates to get more boost, to find better positions just because of that speed out of Twisted Minds.
That is exactly the Twisted Minds everybody expected in the last game. The team that's getting to every challenge before you do and puts that insane aggressive pressure on you, and you can't do anything about it. Power have withstood it pretty well. 2 overtimes. Torsos taking a deep breath, taking the moment in.
And this is important. I mean, Power representing OCE, this is their last chance to make it to the main event, the region, on their backs. And now they are down 0-2 in this series. It was close games. Think back to game 1. The mistake coming out of Twisted Minds that they couldn't punish. Then we got sent into OT, our first OT. Couldn't put it away. Come back again in game number 2. Same situation, OT again. And they just come up a little bit too slow on the 50-50s. It's bounced off the ceiling right into the hands of Twisted Minds. This has been a difficult matchup, but one that they're not out of and have kept it close, Jorby.
Twisted Minds would love to join Falcons in the main event and be the 3rd Middle Eastern team to make it, just as South America just did with Team Secret, just qualifying earlier.
And how huge would that be when you think about the opportunity they got from Rule 1 and their journey at the Spring Major? Twisted Minds want to take full advantage of this opportunity.
And now for longtime veteran Torsos and this Power squad. Well, this is the one. Going down 3-0 is not gonna be a recipe for success. Power have to find a victory in game 3.
Amphis, the mechanical guru, the wizard out of Power, needs to step up, and here comes Venom, inflicting some poison on Power's defense.
And he's down on the ground. Power, nothing they can do about it. Fever turns tail, but there's nothing left for him. Twisted Minds again, striking and looking pretty good so far. That confidence looking much restored on the Twisted Minds side.
And the physical gameplay has been very methodical. I'm not seeing Twisted Minds have one player who's constantly headhunting, looking for demos. It is perfectly timed. They know when to get involved. And speaking of demos and getting the right timing, that looked pretty fruitful from Fever, who got the demo, opened up space, but Power unable to put one up for their names.
Look at Senzo followed Amphis there, completely prevented that clear. And now Venom catching Fever out, getting a bump. A lot of value from all the players on Twisted Minds. Senzo flying it again. Ball just chipped up and away. It's enough height though for Venom to get back to it.
Fever, there might have been an outlet pass or at least a touch to yourself. Instead, throwing it into the corner and not able to control it is also Amphis, which sets up a better 50-50 for Twisted Minds. It looks like Power are relying on that crutch of just booming the ball to try and relieve some space, because every player of Twisted Minds is trying to take you out of the field.
Power. This one looking a little scary. Amphis is stuck and Senzo goes for the pass.
Look at the space too for Venom. He's got the boost, he can wait, let Amphis get the 50, who has no boost, barely any to go around. Twisted Minds comfortable in the half of Power, and they might get a second one.
The play in the 50, slowing it down. SMW did the same thing, trying to screen across and get that boost. I think it was successful. Amphis has to let it go. Now Fever, he gets the bump, but Venom's there and got the catch, but also, high traffic area. A bump is gonna happen every now and again. SMW read it perfectly. Now he's got one to beat. Can he make it happen? He gets a little tricksy. Senzo gets the pop, looking for the bump. Man, you don't know which way Twisted Minds are gonna go. Are they gonna go for the pop-up fake flip reset, or are they just gonna hard hit it and then delete you out of the arena?
And that multiple layered approach is really what makes them a threat on offense, Jorba. You've got so many outlets, so many options to go for. What's Senzo gonna do? He opts to take the shot in that situation. Could have gone for a demo. And this is comfortable for Twisted Minds. Power have had a couple of explosive opportunities from their own end, but nothing that we can truly take note of, as it has been all the blue side controlling the pace of this game.
Senzo, again, locking Power down. Nothing they could do, and it seems like they finally have an outlet.
But it's only one goal, Jorby.
You just see him come flying across. But either way, they're wasting that time. And how many shots have Power been able to put on? They've barely been able to leave the orange half.
A single shot, one shot for Power. Unable to get out, but those counterattacks can be deadly. There's no security for Twisted Minds. With all that pressure, they only have one to show for it. That means Power are within a nice little grasp to get this game back under control.
It's a deep boost steal from SMW. Now he had to hurry up. That could have been a chance for Power, but again, that cut back in the rotation. Twisted Minds win that 50.
He's got boost.
Midair with control. Reset, drops it down. Another free ball. Venom kicks it up high. Not awkward enough for Torsos. SMW very quick on the follow-up. Over the midfield, pops it up. Senzo forced out. And it's straight back out. Do Power have a chance? Quick one, and Senzo takes it away again.
How do you get past Senzo? He's too good on the backboard. Rotating there, gets the first touch, recovers, lands again on the backboard. So many clears in succession for this man. And he is the wall that you cannot get through if you're Power.
SMW gets through the defense, or gets through the midfield. Torsos trying to help Power out here. A minute left. Our Twisted Minds are going up 3-0. Out to the corner. Power looking for space, but there is none. They're getting clamped down. Venom, he's hunting everybody. There doesn't seem to be an antidote right now for Power. Amphis flipping across. Can he find a way in? No, just stutter step. He doesn't have boost. He doesn't have the control. Fever gets kicked out of the way. Now SMW can't get back to it. Torsos has to play it out to the side, but look how much time has been wasted off the clock.
And there's no boost either. That's why you're whiffing off the backboard. Fever doesn't get control of it. Amphis is on 0 boost, finally picks up 100. And 50-50s are gonna matter. Crucial in the final 23 seconds. We haven't gotten a lot from Power, but just one chance. One shot is all they need, and they can't find it.
Torsos just threw his body and prayed. And now another pinch out. Power, last chance here for Amphis and Senzo.
50.
He gets beaten this time. Fever denied. Nobody's in the corner for a quick clear. Torsos turning around, but the ball's downfield. One more to go for Twisted Mind.
One more game, and you've secured a spot at the main stage here in Dusseldorf, Germany. Twisted Minds, they can taste it, they can smell the victory. It's not over yet. They've been here before, Jorby, and Power now have a chance to get another best of 7 reverse sweep. Is it even possible?
That is literally the hardest 318 points that I've ever seen a player get. Senzo was flying all over the place. I really wonder how much boost he used. Because he literally kept the ball in the orange half for the entirety of the series. And Venom being a harasser, getting so many demos. SMW doing his work in the air and faking him out, buying so much time. But to me, Senzo was the guy who just kept everything locked in. Only 2 shots for Power Turtle.
I mean, it's a multi-layered approach that we said from Twisted Minds, as we just got to look at our Mobile 1 high-performance replay. Several different chances that looked unique every single time out of Twisted Minds. It wasn't linear from them at all. And for Power, they've already called their timeout. The Zen, the meditation didn't work in the extra 60 seconds. You're still under all of this pressure. And now you've got a mountain to climb of 4 games in a row against Twisted Minds. It's been proven that a team, you know, like Team Falcons can do it, but does Power have what it takes? And do they have enough reserve in the tank to pull it off?
Twisted Minds have shut Amphis down, who has looked most effective when it comes to moving the ball down the field, but we saw what happened in the last 5 minutes. Constantly starved, unable to do anything with the ball when you got no boost to move it.
I think I just saw Venom pre-jumping too. Confidence has been oozing out of the veins of Twisted Minds. A lot of solo play opportunities, good corner movement, but still slow to get to that 50-50 is Fever, and that means Amphis has to waste boost, can't get the touch.
Whoa.
Senzo hits the brakes and throws everybody for a whirl.
A bit of a broken play. You saw Fever take an aggressive challenge way earlier, but we're past that moment. Now we got to talk about this one. Here comes Venom. Torsos able to get the grab. Torsos, typically a second half player. Well, we're in the second half now. Let's see if he can start drilling this one through.
And this is their last chance, Jorby. Power facing Twisted Minds, who's on match point. OCE, the last team from that region. You can't make any mistakes now.
Torsos losing that 50 to SMW. Senzo turned on the Jets, and he hits Supersonic into the net.
The muscles from Twisted Mind. SMW not only wins the 50-50, but pinches it out off the sidewall, off the ceiling, and right in front of the net.
Senzo again punches that one in, but SMW helps open the gate, and they're holding it open. The pathway to the main event is starting to show itself to Twisted Minds.
That's what happened last game, Jorby. Twisted Minds went up 1-0 and then just held it down, locked it down on defense. Power need to find a way to get through, more specifically Senzo.
Senzo stared down 2 Power players, dared them to beat him, and they couldn't do it.
2v1, 3v1. It's not enough with 1 player, Senzo, back there.
SMW just kicking it out to the side. Now he gets a pass back to his
boost.
teammate. Over around the corner, SMW almost does it himself. Senzo kicking around, playing the ball. Fever can't get back to it. SMW again gets 1. It's stuffed for now for Amphis. Torsos just has to dump it away, but the follow-up, they're not forthcoming. Amphis again on the carry. He stuffed it on the 50, but look how far back Fever is. He got bumped out of the way, and SMW destroys the net!
Unshakable from Twisted Minds. Physical plays, 50-50s. These guys are as swole as can be. 2-0.
Big lifts for Twisted Minds. Hitting their personal best right now. 3 minutes of gameplay in game number 4, and there just has been nothing from Power. Torsos off the ceiling. Amphis has pre-jumped it. That's the desperation for Power right now. That's how much they feel like they need to catch up. But the more you do it and the less you're successful, the worse that this is gonna get.
It's just gonna keep building. The failures, the mistakes are going to pile up for Power. Right now, something has to break through. What will it be? Will anybody step up? It's been a quiet game, I'd say, from all 3 members of Power. And with what we've seen so far in this wildcard stage, There's no doubt about the talent, the skill from Power, from OCE, but we need to see it right now.
How about the resilience from Twisted Minds? The best of 7 in reverse sweep, and then getting swept out by Crew. You come into this, nerves absolutely are a factor, and you make this kind of statement. I mean, that resilience, it can't go understated, Turtle. Another boomer here for Senzo to clear it out.
I mean, think about how important that is if they do secure a main event spot. But we can't think about that just yet, because there's still plenty of time to go and some opportunities created for Power.
SMW killing the ball on the 50. Torsos trying to push it in. Senzo again there. And they're just stopping. They're literally letting Power in. They're luring them in with high-quality bait. They're getting them. It's fresh meat.
It's not just a worm on the end, Jorby. This is fresh.
It's the whole fish, Turtle.
It's high quality.
But here's Power, and they can't get it done. Senzo flies in the way again. He's too strong. He's too big.
Oh, this is surely it.
SMW stuck on the wall. Amphiss, no! SMW finds a way to unstick himself. And Twisted Minds hold firm on the goal line.
Everybody's just transferring goalkeeping gloves at this moment from Twisted Minds. The backboard, it was wide open for a second due to the miss from Twisted Minds defense. The one time it falls, nobody is there to recover and punish. But Power have had so much offense. They know Twisted Minds are wanting to run this clock down.
Nothing on the backboard for Power to work with, but still, they're able to get a couple touches. They're not done yet. Fever puts one in.
Not going out without a fight. This is it for Power. Within one, the speed finally connects, and you beat Twisted Minds in a 50-50.
The last hurrah, the last gasp for Power. 46 seconds. They go for a hard delay. They get a demo on the first man. Torsos able to beat one, but now they gotta beat SMW. Coming across, trying for the steal. Senzo there, but he's beat by Fever. Do they have the shot from Torsos? He gets the dunk off the bar. Shot! Saved! Senzo again!
Senzo! Unbeatable at this moment, but there's still time.
It's not over!
Seconds, 22 on the clock. Here we go, Power. One more chance to go. It looks like they've got maybe one bit of possession, and that's it. Their hopes of main event on the line.
Fever goes for the demo. He's got it, but Senzo gets in the way. Torsos, no touch. Everybody flies back from Power. Torsos goes backwards. Ball in the air. Ball on the ground.